Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. is an American boxing promoter and former professional boxer. He currently owns a team in the NASCAR Cup Series named the Money Team Racing. As a professional boxer, he competed between 1996 and 2017, retiring with an undefeated record and winning 15 major world championships from super featherweight to light middleweight. This includes the Ring Magazine title in 5 weight classes and the Lineal Championship in 4 weight classes. As an amateur boxer, he won a bronze medal in the featherweight division at the 1996 Olympics, 3 U.S. Golden Gloves Championships, and the U.S. National Championship at featherweight. Mayweather was named Fighter of the Decade for the 2010s by the Boxing Writers Association of America, a 2-time winner of the Ring Magazine's Fighter of the Year Award, a 3-time winner of the BWAA Fighter of the Year Award, and a 6-time winner of the Best Fighter ASPI Award. In 2016, ESPN ranked him the greatest boxer, pound for pound, of the last 25 years. As of May 2021, BoxRec ranks him the greatest boxer of all time, pound for pound. Many sporting news and boxing websites, including The Ring, Sports Illustrated, ESPN, BoxRec, Fox Sports, and Yahoo Sports, ranked Mayweather as the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world twice in a span of 10 years. He is often referred to as the best defensive boxer in history, as well as being the most accurate puncher since the existence of CompuBox, having the highest plus-minus ratio in recorded boxing history. He has a record of 26 consecutive wins in world title fights, 23 wins in lineal title fights, 24 wins against former or current world titleists, 12 wins against former or current lineal champions, and 5 wins against International Boxing Hall of Fame inductees. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in the class of 2021. Mayweather is one of the most lucrative pay-per-view attractions of all time, in any sport. He topped the Forbes and Sports Illustrated lists of the 50 highest-paid athletes of 2012 and 2013, and the Forbes list again in both 2014 and 2015, as the highest-paid athlete in the world. In 2006, he founded his own boxing promotional firm, Mayweather Promotions, after leaving Bob Arum's Top Rank. He has generated approximately 24 million PPV buys and $1.67 billion in revenue throughout his career, surpassing the likes of former top PPV attractions including Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and Oscar de la Hoya. In 2018, he was the highest-paid athlete in the world, with total earnings, including endorsements, of $285 million, according to Forbes. In November 2021, Sportico released an all-time athlete earnings list, in which Mayweather ranked number 6 of all time, totaling an inflation-adjusted $1.2 billion in his career. Early life. Mayweather was born Floyd Joy Sinclair on February 24, 1977, in Grand Rapids, Michigan, into a family of boxers. His father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., is a former welterweight contender who fought Hall of Famer Sugar Ray Leonard. His uncles Jeff and the late Roger Mayweather were professional boxers, with the latter Floyd's former trainer winning 2 world championships, as well as fighting Hall of Famers Julio Cesar Chavez, Pernell Whitaker, and Kostya Tszyu. Mayweather was born with his mother's last name, but his last name would change to Mayweather shortly thereafter. His maternal grandfather was born in Kingston, Jamaica. He attended Ottawa Hills High School before dropping out. Boxing has been a part of Mayweather's life since his childhood, and he never seriously considered any other profession. "I think my grandmother saw my potential first," he said. "When I was young, I told her, I think I should get a job. She said, no, just keep boxing." During the 1980s, Mayweather lived in the Hiram Square neighborhood of New Brunswick, New Jersey, where his mother had relatives. He later said, "When I was about 8 or 9, I lived in New Jersey with my mother and we were 7 deep in one bedroom and sometimes we didn't have electricity. When people see what I have now, they have no idea of where I came from and how I didn't have anything growing up." It was common for the young Mayweather to come home from school and find used heroin needles in his front yard. His mother was addicted to drugs, and he had an aunt who died from AIDS because of her drug use. "People don't know the hell I've been through," he says. The most time that his father spent with him was taking him to the gym to train and work on his boxing, according to Mayweather. "I don't remember him ever taking me anywhere or doing anything that a father would do with a son, going to the park or to the movies or to get ice cream," he says. "I always thought that he liked his daughter better than he liked me because she never got whippings and I got whippings all the time." Mayweather's father contends that Floyd is not telling the truth about their early relationship. "Even though his daddy did sell drugs, I didn't deprive my son," the elder Mayweather says. "The drugs I sold, he was a part of it. He had plenty of food. He had the best clothes and I gave him money. He didn't want for anything. Anybody in Grand Rapids can tell you that I took care of my kids." Floyd Sr. says he did all of his hustling at night and spent his days with his son, taking him to the gym and training him to be a boxer. "If it wasn't for me he wouldn't be where he is today," he maintains. "I basically raised myself," Mayweather says. "My grandmother did what she could. When she got mad at me I'd go to my mom's house. My life was ups and downs." His father says he knows how much pain his incarceration caused his son, but insists he did the best he could. "I sent him to live with his grandmother," he says. "It wasn't like I left him with strangers." In the absence of his father, boxing became an outlet for Mayweather. As the elder Mayweather served his time, his son put all of his energy into boxing and dropped out of high school. "I knew that I was going to have to try to take care of my mom and I made the decision that school wasn't that important at the time and I was going to have to box to earn a living," he said. Amateur boxing career. Mayweather had an amateur record of 84 wins and 8 losses, and won National Golden Gloves championships in 1993, 1994, and 1996. He was nicknamed Pretty Boy by his amateur teammates because he had relatively few scars, a result of the defensive techniques that his father and uncle had taught him. In his orthodox defensive stance, Mayweather often utilizes the shoulder roll, an old-school boxing technique in which the right hand is held normally, the left hand is down around the midsection and the lead shoulder is raised high on the cheek in order to cover the chin and block punches. The right hand is used as it normally would be, to block punches coming from the other side, such as left hooks. From this stance Mayweather blocks, slips and deflects most of his opponent's punches by twisting left and right to the rhythm of their punches. 1996 Olympics. At the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta, Mayweather won a bronze medal by reaching the semi-finals of the featherweight division. In the first fight, Mayweather led 10-1 on points over Bakhtiar Tylaganov of Kazakhstan, before winning when the fight was stopped. In the second fight, Mayweather outpointed Artur Gevorgyan of Armenia 16-3. In the quarterfinals, the 19-year-old Mayweather narrowly defeated 22-year-old Lorenzo Aragon of Cuba in an all-action bout to win 12-11, becoming the first U.S. boxer to defeat a Cuban in 20 years. The last time this occurred was the 1976 Summer Olympics, when the U.S. Olympic boxing team captured 5 gold medals. Among the recipients was Sugar Ray Leonard. In his semi-final bout against eventual silver medalist Serafim Todorov of Bulgaria, Mayweather lost by a controversial decision. Referee Hamid Hafez Shauman of Egypt mistakenly raised Mayweather's hand, while the decision was announced giving the bout to the Bulgarian. The U.S. team filed a protest over the Mayweather bout, claiming the judges were intimidated by Bulgaria's Emil Gechev into favoring the Bulgarian Todorov by a 10-9 decision in the 125-pound semi-final bout. 3 of Gechev's countrymen were in gold medal bouts. Judge Bill Waycurl resigned as Olympic Games and Federation judge after Mayweather lost the decision, which was loudly booed by the crowd at the Alexander Memorial Coliseum. "I refuse to be part of an organization that continues to conduct its officiating in this manner," Waycurl wrote in his letter of resignation to Federation President Anwar Chowdhury. In the official protest, U.S. team manager Gerald Smith said Mayweather landed punches that were not counted, while Todorov was awarded points without landing a punch. "The judging was totally incompetent," Waycurl said. "The judges failed to impose a mandatory 2-point deduction against Todorov after he was warned 5 times by the referee for slapping. Everybody knows Floyd Mayweather is the gold medal favorite at 57 kilograms, Mayweather said afterward. "In America, it's known as 125 pounds. You know, and I know I wasn't getting hit. They say he's the world champion. Now you all know who the real world champion is." Featherweight Olympic qualification. Defeated William Jenkins RSC/TKO 3. Defeated James Baker RSCH/TKO 1. Lost to Augie Sanchez PTS. Defeated Carlos Navarro PTS. Defeated Augie Sanchez PTS in the box office. Defeated Augie Sanchez PTS in the box office. Olympic results. Defeated Bakhtiar Tylaganov RSCI/TKO 2. Defeated Artur Gevorgyan PTS. Defeated Lorenzo Aragon PTS. Lost to Serafim Todorov PTS. Decision was protested unsuccessfully by the U.S. team. Professional boxing career. Super featherweight. Mayweather won his first professional bout on October 11, 1996, when he knocked out fellow newcomer Roberto Apodaca in round 2. Mayweather's trainer at the time was his uncle, Roger Mayweather. His father was still imprisoned after his conviction for illegal drug trafficking in 1993. The latter took over as his son's trainer when he was released from prison. From 1996 to early 1998, Mayweather won most of his fights by knockout or TKO. Early in his pro career, Mayweather received praise from all corners of the boxing world and was touted as a pugilistic prodigy. During his fight with Tony Duran, the ESPN commentator remarked, Emmanuel Stewart was quoted as saying, "There have been very few who have been more talented than this kid. He will probably win 2 or 3 world championships. I think he will go on to be the best ever." IPOF trainer and commentator Gil Clancy commented before Mayweather's 9th professional fight, "I thought that Floyd Mayweather was the outstanding pro prospect in the entire Olympic Games." Mayweather vs. Hernandez. Mayweather vs. Corrales. Lightweight. Mayweather vs. Castillo I. Mayweather vs. Castillo II. Light welterweight. Mayweather vs. Corley. Mayweather vs. Brussels. Mayweather vs. Gatti. Welterweight. After his fight with Gatti, Mayweather moved up to the welterweight division. On November 19, 2005, Mayweather fought a non-title bout at 147 pounds against welterweight Sharmba Mitchell. In round 3, Mayweather knocked Mitchell down with a straight right hand to the head. In round 6, another straight right hand, this one to Mitchell's body, dropped Mitchell again, ending the fight. Mayweather vs. Judah. Mayweather vs. Baldomir. Light middleweight. Mayweather vs. De La Hoya. Return to welterweight and retirement. Mayweather vs. Hatton. Comeback. Mayweather vs. Marquez. Mayweather vs. Mosley. Negotiations with Manny Pacquiao. Return to the ring. Mayweather vs. Ortiz. Return to light middleweight. Mayweather vs. Cotto. Jail term and repercussions. On June 1, 2012, Mayweather reported to the Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas to serve his jail term for domestic abuse. After serving 2 months, he was released from prison on August 3, 2012. On February 4, 2015, Mayweather, who was planning to do a tour in Australia, was denied a visa on the basis of his criminal record and jail term. Mandatory title defense at welterweight. Mayweather vs. Guerrero. Third return to light middleweight. Mayweather vs. Alvarez. Welterweight unification. Mayweather vs. Maidana I. Mayweather vs. Maidana II. Mayweather vs. Pacquiao. Second retirement. Mayweather vs. Berto. Return and third retirement. Mayweather vs. McGregor. Exhibition bouts. Mayweather vs. Nasukawa. In September 2018, during the electronic music festival Ultra Japan, both Mayweather and Pacquiao posted videos of encounters at the festival, which implicated the possibility of a rematch. It is unknown if any formal negotiations occurred. On September 19, 2018, Mayweather stated in an interview that, despite references to this year in the videos, he planned to hold a fight in Japan before any possible rematch with Pacquiao. On October 18, 2018, Pacquiao told the Daily Mirror that a rumored rematch with Mayweather would occur in 2019, as Mayweather was planning to fight an unnamed opponent on December 31, 2018. On November 5, 2018, the Japanese MMA promotion Rizin Fighting Federation announced that Mayweather would face undefeated kickboxer Tenshin Nasukawa at Rizin 14 on December 31, 2018, under unspecified rules. Of the bout, Mayweather stated in a press conference that it wasn't easy to make this happen, but we told the people anything is possible, so now we're here and we want to make sure that we give the people in Tokyo what they want to see: blood, sweat, and tears. However, 2 days later, Mayweather denied that he would be fighting Nasukawa. He explained that he had been booked for a non-televised exhibition for a small group of wealthy spectators during the event, but that he was caught off guard by the announcement that he would face Nasukawa, claiming that he was unaware of the fighter until the press conference, and stating that for the sake of the several fans and attendees that flew in from all parts of the world to attend this past press conference, I was hesitant to create a huge disturbance by combating what was being said, and for that I am truly sorry. On November 16, 2018, Mayweather confirmed that a 3-round exhibition boxing match against Nasukawa would indeed happen after the initial misunderstanding had been resolved. The fight took place at the Saitama Super Arena in Japan on December 31 and ended on a TKO in the first round, when Nasukawa's corner waved off the fight after he had been knocked down 3 times. After the fight, Mayweather clarified that he is still retired and only did the fight to entertain fans. The match and its ending, however, were controversial, and drew condemnation and accusations of match fixing. Mayweather reportedly earned $9 million for the fight. Mayweather vs. Paul. On December 6, 2020, it was announced that Mayweather would face internet personality Logan Paul in an exhibition bout on February 20, 2021. The fight was postponed, and took place on June 6, 2021 at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. On May 6, 2021, Mayweather and Paul met for the first time at a press conference at Hard Rock Stadium, where the latter's brother, Jake Paul, became involved in an angry brawl with Mayweather when he removed Mayweather's hat from his head. A visibly irate Mayweather was captured on video saying, "I'll kill you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. I don't play motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up." The bout consisted of constant clinching initiated by Paul and went the full distance to the sound of boos from the crowd, with no winner being announced. Mayweather had started tentatively and defensively, reluctant to throw often and avoiding most of Paul's shots. Toward the end of the first round, Paul unleashed a wild flurry, but most of his punches were blocked by Mayweather's guard. The second round was similar to the first, with Mayweather content with the slow pace of the fight. He finally turned up the offense in the third, opening up with some clean left hooks that rocked Paul's head back, as well as mixing in his trademark pull counter with the right hand. From the fourth round onward, Paul was visibly fatigued and took every opportunity to utilize his weight advantage by tying the smaller Mayweather up in the clinch after every exchange. Despite Paul's constant attempts at neutering Mayweather's offense, the latter continued to dictate the pace of the fight and land the cleaner, more effective punches. Toward the end of the eighth and final round, Paul showboated when it became clear that he had done enough to avoid being stopped, as most had predicted would be the case, and that he would survive to hear the final bell. Mayweather's superior boxing was reflected by the CompuBox punch stats, with Mayweather having landed 43 punches of 107 thrown, compared to Paul's 28 landed of 217 thrown. In his post-fight interview, Mayweather praised his opponent, saying, "He's better than I thought he was. He's a tough, rough competitor." Paul appeared to harbor some doubt about how seriously Mayweather had taken the fight, saying, "I'm going to go home thinking, did Floyd let me survive?" When asked about the prospect of making a return to professional boxing, Mayweather replied, "I'm not coming back to the sport of boxing, absolutely not." He did not completely rule out participating in exhibition bouts in the future, saying, "As far as me doing another exhibition, probably not." Mayweather vs. Moore. On May 21, 2022, Mayweather fought an 8-round exhibition boxing bout with one of his former sparring partners, Don Moore, in Abu Dhabi. Mayweather was in full control of the fight, including scoring a knockdown to Moore with a punch to the body in the 8th round. Moore survived the knockdown and would go the full distance. There was no scoring and it ended without an official verdict. Mayweather vs. Asakura. On June 13, 2022, Mayweather announced he would be returning for another exhibition bout. The fight would be at the Rizin event scheduled on September 25, 2022 at the Saitama Super Arena. His opponent was confirmed to be Japanese mixed martial artist and YouTuber, Mikuru Asakura. Mayweather won by TKO in the second round. Mayweather vs. DG. On September 25, 2022, Mayweather announced he would be facing YouTuber DG Olatunji, the younger brother of KSI. The fight is scheduled for November 13, 2022 at the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai. Entertainment career. WWE. Mayweather appeared at WWE's No Way Out pay-per-view event on February 17, 2008, in Las Vegas, Nevada. He was involved in a storyline altercation with Big Show when Mayweather jumped a security barricade and attacked Big Show to help Rey Mysterio, whom Show had threatened to choke slam. Mayweather originally assumed a babyface role in the storylines, which met with some resistance from fans. The attack resulted in Big Show receiving a broken nose. The following night on Raw, Big Show challenged Mayweather to a one-on-one no disqualification match at WrestleMania XXIV, which Mayweather accepted. At WrestleMania, Mayweather defeated Big Show in a knockout with brass knuckles to maintain his unbeaten record. Mayweather was reportedly paid $20 million for the fight. 1 million PPV buys were reported for WrestleMania XXIV, grossing $23.8 million in revenue. Mayweather was guest host for Raw in Las Vegas on August 24, 2009. He interfered with a tag team match, which resulted in a loss for the Big Show and his partner Chris Jericho, as Mayweather gave MVP brass knuckles to knock Jericho out, giving MVP and his new tag team partner Mark Henry the win and a shot at the unified WWE Tag Team titles at WWE Breaking Point against Jerry Show. He then celebrated with Henry and MVP, turning face. Later that night, he was involved in a backstage segment with Vince McMahon, D-Generation X, and Carlito, helping McMahon prepare for his six-man tag team match against the Legacy and DX. During the segment, McMahon knocked out Carlito. Dancing with the Stars / None. Personal life. Mayweather resides in a 22,000 square foot, 5-bedroom, 7-bath, custom-built mansion in Las Vegas, Nevada. In 2008, he recorded a rap song titled Yep that he used for his entrance on WrestleMania XXIV in his match against Big Show. He owns a boxing gym, the Mayweather Boxing Club, in the Chinatown Plaza in Las Vegas. In 2011, he paid for the funeral of former super lightweight world champion and former opponent Genaro Hernandez, who died of cancer after a 3-year battle. Mayweather has 4 biological children and 1 adopted son. He has 3 children with former reality star Josie Harris, and 1 with television star Melissa Brim. Controversies. Domestic violence and battery convictions. In 2002, Mayweather was charged with 2 counts of domestic violence and 1 count of misdemeanor battery. He received a 6-month suspended sentence and 2 days of house arrest and was ordered to perform 48 hours of community service. In 2004, Mayweather was given a 1-year suspended jail sentence, ordered to undergo counseling for impulse control and pay a $1,000 fine after being convicted of 2 counts of misdemeanor battery against 2 women. In 2005, Mayweather pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor battery charge after hitting and kicking a bouncer, receiving a 90-day suspended jail sentence. On September 9, 2010, it was reported that Mayweather was being sought by police for questioning after his former girlfriend, Josie Harris, filed a domestic battery report against him. Harris accused Mayweather of battery in the past, but those charges were dropped in July 2005 after Harris testified that she had lied and that Mayweather had not battered her. Mayweather was taken into custody September 10, 2010, but was released after posting $3,000 bail. Mayweather was initially charged with felony theft. On September 16, 2 felony coercion charges, 1 felony robbery charge, 1 misdemeanor domestic battery charge and 3 misdemeanor harassment charges were added. On December 21, 2011, a judge sentenced Mayweather to serve 90 days in the county jail for battery upon Harris in September 2010. Mayweather reached a deal with prosecutors in which he pleaded guilty to misdemeanor battery in exchange for prosecutors dropping the felony battery charge. Mayweather also pleaded no contest to 2 counts of misdemeanor harassment, stemming from threats to his children. In addition to the 90-day sentence, Mayweather was ordered to complete 100 hours of community service, a 12-month domestic violence program and to pay a fine of $2,500. On June 1, Mayweather began serving his county jail sentence, and was released on August 3, 2012. Sued for defamation. In May 2015, following his bout against Pacquiao, Josie Harris sued Mayweather for $20 million for defamation, claiming that Mayweather lied during an interview with Katie Couric in April. During that interview, he called her a drug abuser while discussing the 2010 domestic violence incident which ended up with Mayweather going to jail for 2 months. The case remains pending as of September 19, 2017. 2018 SEC settlement. In November 2018, together with DJ Khaled, Mayweather agreed to a total settlement of $750,000 with the Securities and Exchange Commission for failing to disclose payments accepted from issuers of initial coin offerings, including a personal $100,000 promotional payment from beleaguered cryptocurrency firm Centratech Incorporated, whose co-founders were indicted for fraud in May 2018. According to the SEC, they are its first cases involving charges for violating rules on touting investments in so-called initial coin offerings, or ICOs. As part of the settlement, Mayweather undertook to forego any endorsement or promotional agreement with a securities participant for 3 years. 2022 Ethereum Max lawsuit. In January 2022, in a class action lawsuit filed against the cryptocurrency company Ethereum Max that alleged the company is a pump and dump scheme, Mayweather was named as a defendant along with media personality Kim Kardashian, former NBA player Paul Pierce, and other celebrities for promoting the Ethereum Max token on their social media accounts. Professional boxing record. Exhibition boxing record. Titles in boxing. Major world titles. WBC Super Featherweight Champion. WBC Lightweight Champion. WBC Super Lightweight Champion. IBF Welterweight Champion. WBC Welterweight Champion. WBA Welterweight Champion. WBO Welterweight Champion. WBC Light Middleweight Champion. WBA Light Middleweight Champion. Minor World Titles. IBA Welterweight Champion. IBA Welterweight Champion. I The Ring/I Magazine Titles. None. Honorary Titles. WBC Emeritus Light Middleweight Champion. WBC Diamond Light Middleweight Champion. WBC 24K Gold Champion. WBC Supreme Champion. WBC Emerald Champion. WBA Man of Triumph Gold Champion. WBC Money Champion. Pay-per-view bouts. Boxing. WWE. Mayweather appeared at WWE's No Way Out pay-per-view event on February 17, 2008, in Las Vegas, Nevada. He was involved in a storyline altercation with Big Show when Mayweather jumped a security barricade and attacked Big Show to help Rey Mysterio, whom Show had threatened to choke slam. Mayweather originally assumed a babyface role in the storylines, which met with some resistance from fans. The attack resulted in Big Show receiving a broken nose. The following night on Raw, Big Show challenged Mayweather to a one-on-one no disqualification match at WrestleMania XXIV, which Mayweather accepted. At WrestleMania, Mayweather defeated Big Show in a knockout with brass knuckles to maintain his unbeaten record. Mayweather was reportedly paid $20 million for the fight. 1 million PPV buys were reported for WrestleMania XXIV, grossing $23.8 million in revenue. Mayweather was guest host for Raw in Las Vegas on August 24, 2009. He interfered with a tag team match, which resulted in a loss for the Big Show and his partner Chris Jericho as Mayweather gave MVP brass knuckles to knock Jericho out, giving MVP and his new tag team partner Mark Henry the win and a shot at the unified WWE Tag Team titles at WWE Breaking Point against Jerry Show. He then celebrated with Henry and MVP, turning face. Later that night, he was involved in a backstage segment with Vince McMahon, D-Generation X, and Carlito, helping McMahon prepare for his 6-man tag team match against The Legacy and DX. During the segment, McMahon knocked out Carlito. Filmography.